Hello, I'm Cauê from Brazil, and in this video I'll be doing a walkthrough through Solana's new JavaScript API. More specifically, in this video we'll be taking a deeper look into Solana's example-helloworld repository in GitHub, showing you how to correctly install the node package, set up your local Solana cluster, build both your Rust or C-based project, then run it, modify it to make your own, and finally wrap up on how to close everything down. And in order to make that happen, there are some requirements that this repository has. First of all, you need node and npm on the latest version, the Docker suite for your corresponding operational system, wget for downloads, and the whole Rust suite so you can build your project. For further resources regarding this and other Solana-based projects you might have, please check out their documents at the following link, their GitHub repos, which counts with other awesome examples, and you can also reach out to me on Discord using my username. Solana also has a very active Discord user base. You can find its link in the official website. See it then. First of all, I'm going to fork the repo, so I can later make my code available for you guys. So let's clone it into our working directory. So it's all done. I'm going to open this folder on VS Code so we can code it away. Right now, it's a good time to start up our Docker service. Since I'm using macOS and I'm not using the native Mac application, I just installed a virtual machine to run Docker. There's some extra steps I'll have to take. They are detailed here. There's this extra port forwarding command that I have to do. And this is actually lacking one other command that we need in order to make this repo work, which is to port forward this 8900 as well. So yeah, it's pretty standard. I already have the Docker machine, and VirtualBox installed. So I'm just going to start my Docker machine. And then if you try to list Docker right now, it's still not finding our daemon. So what we need to use is this eval function. So it's exported to our environment. And right now, if we do Docker ps, we can check that it's running. Right now, we can proceed to the repo instructions itself. Install the Solana Javascript API, which is done by npm or yarn. I'm choosing npm. So let's run this. So after 12 seconds, everything is already installed. So we are ready to go to follow through with the tutorial. So first of all, we need to export this environment variable here, which is telling us all these Solana variables needed in order to load the correct configuration. So we're going to update our Docker image. Done. So it's already up to date. We already have the latest Solana image. And right now we can start our local test network. So yeah, it's running right now. You can check if it's running or not by running this, which shows the logs on the foreground. And to exit this, you just have to cancel the runtime twice. So in my case, it's Ctrl+C. Okay, so it's running all right. You can check this. It's actually up to date with the official node. In the source folder, we can see two different examples. One is built on Rust and the other one is built on C. We're going to be building the program C directory here. If you want to do another kind of program, all you have to do is make another folder here and then change the name here accordingly. But in our case, let's just run the standard example for the time being. So okay, our directory was correctly built. As you can see, it's tested and it's passing. and all we need to do right now is npm run start. And yeah, that's it. If you look at the code itself, is actually getting the Solana parameters that it's getting from the SDK header file, and then it's checking for some inconsistencies that we fortunately did not run into. And after all, it's going to just greet our address here, our transaction, one time and log a hello with a success message. So that's basically what happened here. Very simple program. And if we want to do the same for Rust, it's just the same command. So it took a lot more time to compile the Rust program, but once we run the same command, you can see that, as expected in a blockchain, the program count is still running. You have to keep in mind that you don't have the whole flexibility of the Rust or the C program languages, not even their standard libraries, because since we're using a blockchain, everything running in there must be deterministic, and that prevents us from using random functions, time-based and clock-based and thread-based functions as well. So here you can see what's listed for Rust, but the same principles can be applied for C. So if we go here and we try to include some standard libraries like time.h or type C, for instance, the program is going to crash, and you can't also use implicit functions such as the very classic printf. And it's going to cause a build error because it's not importing directly from your compiler. It's using the Solana SDK. So this is one thing that you have to keep in mind. But for the time being, what we are going to do here is just little by little modify the hello world TypeScript, which after modifying, we don't need to rebuild the program. We just need to run npm run start once again in order to see it work. So one thing that we can do is let's just say that we want to say more hellos. So let's just make our say hello functions be a loop, for instance, and see what happens. As you can see, it's sequentially saying a lot of hellos. So, and this we can see that it's permanently registered in our cluster. But in TypeScript, am I bound to the same limitations that I mentioned both for C and for Rust? Let's check it out. So let's create a function called delay, which is time-based and is going to make our program wait, and call it inside our little loop here. As you can see, it is waiting. Now let's do the following. Let's count the amount of characters in our greeted public key that are uppercase and greet this address a corresponding amount of times. So I. And as you can see here, I've counted manually. It is 25 uppercase characters. Here we could just put I+1 to make it more easy to understand, but as you can see, all the greetings have been successfully done. And yeah, I hope you liked the video. I hope you found it very instructive. For any other doubts, you can check out the Solana Labs repo. You can reach out to them on Discord. They're very competent people and the project's really awesome. And yeah, I hope I see you guys in the next video, and keep on coding.